Good evening, everybody. You know, it's funny. Earlier today it was raining, kind of dreary out, but now we got a beautiful sunset that we can all appreciate and enjoy. Because let's face it, at any moment, the sun could explode, we could cease to exist, and if we didn't take that opportunity to enjoy that last beautiful sunrise, could have been an opportunity lost. Zoop! Hat is on backwards now, which means absolutely nothing. It just means that the hat's on backwards now, and it's kind of sitting in a funny way, and I decided I don't like it backwards. We're going to put it in this weird side angle because that feels a little bit better for me. All right, here's what we got for you before I call it a night. I actually go home, maybe do some eating because eating's good, and then I got some things that I'm going to be working on before I go to bed. But have you ever been in a situation where maybe you're going around a new group of people and you're very apprehensive about it, you're very anxious about it, and you have that anxiety issue of, what if this group doesn't like me? What if this group thinks I'm weird? What if I don't fit in with these people? Oh, these aren't my kind of people. No, these aren't normally the people I'd hang out with. And you start selling yourself on all of these doubts and insecurities, and then when you actually go to meet the group of people, you're like a blundering moron because you'd already worked yourself up and you were like, this is gonna fail, this is gonna be horrible, and then what ends up happening? Perhaps you have a self-fulfilling prophecy moment and it ends up happening. Or what may happen is you get there and you realize that this really isn't that big of a deal. The situation that you're going into isn't really all that scary. The people are a lot nicer than you thought they would be, and it ends up genuinely being a great experience. Now, there's a way that you can make this even easier for yourself. And it's very, very simple. When you go into these situations, or maybe when you just meet someone new for the first time, maybe it's a guy or girl that you're interested in, maybe it's, you're hanging out at a bar and you just meet some new people and you start to develop a friendship or whatever, go into it with no expectations, okay? Don't go in it wondering, does this person like me? What are they thinking right now? Simply go into it to entertain yourself. A lot of times people ask me Joe, how come you can talk to anybody? How come you seem to not have a problem with speaking to anyone? That's because most of the time, actually all of the time now, I don't care what they think about what I'm about to say or what I'm saying. As you know, I work at Title Boxing over here in Lakeville, and they put me on a microphone and I get to run a boxing and kickboxing class. That's right, they put me on a microphone. Scary thought, huh? Me on a microphone? Whew, you never know what's going to come out of my mouth. And that's true, you don't. But everybody always seems to have a great time in my classes. And that's because I'm having a great time while I'm running my classes. That positive energy, that spark, that flame, that fire, that passion that I speak to you guys with in these videos is the exact same spark and passion that I talk to my members with. It's the same spark and passion and enthusiasm and love for life that I talk to people on the street with, okay? So when you find that spark and you find that inner just badass, if you will, it's so much more fun to go up and meet people and just go talk to them. And you might be surprised. You might be the turning point in their day. That simple 10-second high energy, fun, carefree conversation that you went into with no expectations. You weren't trying to sell them anything. You weren't trying to impress them. You weren't about to ask them out. You weren't about to try to say, hey, look how good looking I am. You weren't about to do any of that approval seeking bullshit. You were just simply having a genuine conversation. What a great feeling. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Stay beautiful. I know we'll talk again.